So, welcome to another episode of Indisputable Evidence. We are back again. We are back whole again. I'm your co-host Anthony Beck, along with my other co-host
Jerry Brown.
Property of Jake Browning.
Wow. Said property.
Your boy Darnell, repping the Miami Heat.
Yes, sir. Marcus was not able to join us on our other podcast, Swamp Inside Florida Athletics, because he was at the Jacksonville Jaguars Cincinnati Bengals game. He was actually live in person, which is a good thing because now we have somebody that saw the stadium so they can observe and explain what they saw. But he was also arrested last night and bailed out of jail this morning. So
shout out my lawyer.
Yeah. Over a football game. I mean that Bengals fan had it coming.
Damn right.
I mean, hey, you shouldn't have walked up on him messing with. Hey, look, hey, don't you can't.
Hey, bro, he walked into the slab talking mess, bro. We sent them back. We sent them packed up. We left them stranded on APR, man. You know how we do.
But yeah, we got a big show for y'all tonight. We got a lot to discuss. College football playoff selection recap. We're gonna recap the week in the NFL. Got some basketball going on, in-season tournament action going on currently with the Knicks and the Bucks going on right now. And after that, it'll be the Suns and the Lakers in the other quarterfinal. So, big night of sports. Florida Gators basketball team got their heads out of their butts and stopped playing drunk basketball in the first half. They got to win tonight. Much better second half. So, got a lot going on tonight. Not going to break up FAU Illinois because I don't want to piss off anybody else.
Oh, it's all good, man. We lost. Take on the team. Move forward.
It was a good game. It was a good game. I was kind of back and forth watching both those games.
Mm-hmm.
FAU still got a good team. So, I mean, it's nothing to worry about. It's early in the season. They'll be fine.
Yep.
Fine. But, hey,
Yeah,
Illinois is better than that number 20 ranking. So,
yes, they are. Don't be surprised to see them make a run. They got guards. They got bigs that can shoot. I mean, they are a very good team and well coached, must I add. Well coached.
Yeah, they're always good defensively. They're always good on the glass, but shooting has been something that they've missed for like the last year or so. Mm-hmm. They got it this year.
Yeah, they sure do. My goodness.
Putting this comment up, Marcus, because I got something to say. He went Suge Knight, all right, but where's Suge Knight?
Ooh.
That's where he went, though.
Hey, man, all I know is my lawyer got me. I got the same court day as Zay Jones coming up, so look out.
This man said the Lord got him, man. He in shambles.
Yeah, so y'all want to start with the NBA or the college football playoff selection?
Let's start with the playoff selection.
Yeah, let's get that.
Get that away.
Controversy, according to some people. So, first of all, let's just recap the championship games before we get to the selection because, I mean, they played a huge role. So, start with the Pac-12 championship, another instant classic between Oregon and Washington. Another great game by both teams. Mm-hmm. Clearly the best teams in the Pac-12. In my opinion, two of the top 5-6 teams in the country.
But before you go any further, AB, rest in peace to the Pac-12. Y'all had a great run.
Yeah,
I miss y'all. Y'all had some iconic moments, iconic players. It's sad to see what happened to that conference, man. But y'all went out with a bang.
I'm not gonna say rest in peace. I just say they on life support. Because, like I said, if Oregon State and Washington State are coming together with the Mountain West to do a schedule, we sure that's not going to be the new Pac-12?
Rest in peace to the Pac-12.
Rest in peace.
That is very true.
Stop it. Come on. It ain't the same, buddy. It ain't the same.
Yeah. West season ain't going to be the same, but it'll be a conference. It just won't be.
The game I loved back then, the mid-2000s, is gone. Those USC teams, the Cal teams that had guys like Deshaun Jackson, Javik Best, Marshawn Lynch.
Man.
Washington always has some nice
Christian McCaffrey.
Yep. Those Stanford teams, look. All those David Shaw teams went to the Rose Bowl, man.
Oh, bro.
Ain't the same. Oregon, the Michael James.
USC minor Lindell White, Reggie Bush.
It's going for good.
West Coast had hoopers back then, man. West Coast had them.
Yep.
Yeah, Washington got the job done again, like somebody on here said it would happen. But,
I'm guilty. I said Oregon was going to win.
Guilty is effing charge. Come on now. Let me do this real quick. So let this here be a lesson in saying just because you assume something's going to happen, don't let that eye test fool you.
Yeah.
Look at what the team actually is.
Mm-hmm.
Like Oregon, was very much. They're a good team. Don't get me wrong. Let's not get twisted, but they're very much an idea.
Yeah, that's it.
Because like people saw how physical they were and saw what they could do, but when they played the best team on the schedule, they lost. Yes, it was a close, contentious game that had some weird coaching mistakes in there by landing, but everybody out there was like, "Oh, they're still probably a better team. They'll beat them. They'll whoop them again."
Yeah.
10-point spread and all that. Look what happened.
Yeah, I tricked everybody, man. I mean, I thought Oregon was going to be the more physical team, and they surely were not the more physical team. I mean, it wasn't even close. And no position was stronger than Washington's. And Bo Nix looked much like Bo Nix of Auburn, running 15 yards in a circle trying to get the ball off.
He got rid of the ball, though, this time. He got rid of the ball.
Yeah. Like, he played much better the second half of that game. He did. But Penix was down in. The defenses were great.
Yeah, because I was in the stadium that day. He was at Auburn. He went backwards and took that 22-yard sack. I was in the stadium that day.
Christ.
He learned from that mistake.
Yeah.
I will say there was that one period, like back-to-back, where they had turnovers. And both they took turns doing the dumbest things. Like the Penix sack, he just missed the guy on the curl. And then Bo, he ran to the sidelines trying to throw it and trying to make a play. He threw it right to the damn DB for no reason.
Yeah.
No, but he went back that far. I'm having flashbacks. I know this dude ain't gonna take a 22-yard sack again. Like, did you not learn? But he got rid of the ball. I was like, yes, he learned his lesson. But
and then he went, oh no, he threw it to somebody else.
Yep.
We'll get into that on the show, but it is wild, especially since Florida State just lost one.
Yo, Florida State.
Like that was crazy. But doing the dive into this game, what was your takeaway from this Oregon-Washington game? Because for me personally, it was Washington's defense getting stops when they needed them.
Mm-hmm.
That and Dylan Johnson running the ball really, really effectively.
Yeah.
I honestly thought he should have been the MVP. I understand why they gave it to Penix, but I thought that Johnson should have been the MVP.
He should have.
Yeah, he was balling, man. I think when you look at that game, Washington's offensive line was blowing these boys off the ball 4 and 5 yards back. I mean, it was crazy to see. And, I can say it about, the other conference championship games as well. But that one specifically, I mean, it was just – they were just getting punished. Oregon was getting punished. And I was also shocked at how well Washington's wide receivers played. I mean, I knew they were great. Like, they were great. No,
shocked is not the word.
I was shocked. I didn't know they would cook like that.
They've been doing that to people all year.
Oh, that's what they've been like that. What you mean?
I know, but I thought Kyrie Jackson was going to clamp, bro. Not gonna lie.
Roman Dunze was on his ass the whole first game, and then so was Jalen Pump.
Yeah,
that just shows how good those receivers are, because Kyrie Jackson is a great corner.
He is.
That just tells you how good those receivers are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and plus they got healthy. One of the guys came back. He's one of the guys who better in space, and he made an impact. So they're now a whole. They're healthier. Penix is dialed in still. Offensive line's doing well. Dylan Johnson's running the ball really well the last month or so of the season. They're coming in hot.
That trench battle, Texas and Washington going.
Darnell, what about you? What was your takeaway?
First of all, we need to go back. Yo, Dylan Johnson, man, that boy. He basically had his second best rushing of the whole entire season, bro. So that shit was crazy. And Washington is scary, y'all.
They are.
Scary.
That's facts.
When that offense, they are. Trust me. Don't let that final score fool you.
It wasn't that close.
But it's not just that. Don't let some of these final scores from this year fool you. the Pac-12 was loaded with offenses all year long. Washington's defense is better than y'all think.
Mm-hmm.
Their defense is actually good.
It's not one of these mammy-pammy defenses or anything like that. They do stops when they have to. Like they have a good little secondary there. The defensive line is actually pretty solid. Linebacker core is fast and athletic. They can make stops when they have to do it. They're pretty good on third down as well, so they'll have a chance when they play whoever. So don't underestimate those guys.
It'll be Texas.
I probably still have Texas win that game, but we'll see.
And speaking of Texas and Oklahoma State, that game was not close at all.
No.
That game was – I ain't going to say it was over at halftime. It got scratched.
That game was over.
That game was over. That game was over when they stepped on the field.
When they stepped on the field, it was over.
You pretty much knew, really halfway through the second quarter, because Oklahoma State can't get the running game going, really. They can't score. You just knew. You knew. I mean, what can you really say about that game other than Texas
whooped tail?
Yeah, they were dominant.
To the woodshed.
They hooked them.
They were dominant. So
that was a butt cutting, boy. That's what will take care of business games. When you step on the field with a team that you know you're better than, everybody and their grandma know you better than, go out there and handle business, get the hell up out of there, rest up. And that's exactly what they did. Shaw Quinn Ewers, man. He hooped.
I mean, I thought Oklahoma State could make it a game. I thought they could at least make it a game because Ollie Gordon II has just been running roughshod over everybody this year. So I thought if they were able to get him going, they could make it a game. But he really just couldn't get into rhythm.
Thing is, when your offense is centered on a running back getting going and it just doesn't happen, you're cooked immediately.
You're cooked.
It is.
And it's crazy because you're used to seeing Mike Gundy teams throw the ball all over the field.
Throw it around. Correct.
They didn't do that this year. They got to get back to doing that.
Why? How they beat Oklahoma? I don't know.
Because Oklahoma couldn't stop Ollie Gordon II.
There you go.
So, I mean, there you go.
Because they were not the second best team in the Big 12 this year. But let's be serious, they weren't.
They weren't. It was Oklahoma, but Oklahoma State beat them, so they got to go.
It is what it is, but
Now, a game that Darnell was probably laughing at. Everybody was laughing at this game, simply because it was the most boring mid I've ever seen. Florida State, Louisville.
Dog.
Hey, bro.
Oh, Lord, man.
It got to a point where I wanted to go watch paint dry. Because that game was just, I almost got in the car and just drove to the nearest bar.
Bro, I was like, thank God Toafili got that big run. Because, damn, somebody scored a touchdown. Please.
Like, what are we doing here? Like, what are we seriously doing here?
Hey, man, that was a good offense from Louisville, but they got absolutely took to the woodshed. Braden Fisk, Jared Verse, those guys, Patrick Payton, they could not be blocked.
And now Patrick Payton will be trying to get blocked by somebody else.
Here we go.
But Louisville, you disappointed them. You disappointed America.
Disappointed you because you picked them to win.
Yeah,
that was nasty.
Yeah,
that was nasty agenda pushing on your part, and you know it.
AB was a Jack Plummer scam.
He's just anti FSU.
Jack Plummer sold. He was clearly out there point shaving.
AB picking somebody to beat a rival is a kiss of death.
I mean, that's what we're gonna get into in a few minutes because and you know what's funny? Did y'all see the video circulating from weeks back when Forsyth, I think, was 10-0 during that time? The exact scenario they had could play out. It actually played out. Bama beating Georgia, being 12-1. Texas being 12-1, Florida State being undefeated, Michigan being number 1, Washington being number 2. It's like, who gets in? They said Texas would get in. And then Desmond Howard was like, I'm going to make this easy. Alabama gets in. That exact scenario played out.
I mean, did it take a rocket scientist to say Alabama's going to get in if they won?
Pretty much. And that's what happened because transitioning to the much better game, Georgia and Alabama. That Georgia 29-game winning streak started with the win over Alabama, and it ended with the loss to Alabama.
Of course it did.
Poetic justice.
Something. Saban came back full circle, and Saban got his lick back.
Someone check on David Pollock real quick because y'all remember that at halftime of the championship game last year.
Ooh, boy,
y'all remember that?
That seed. He planted that seed.
Like, bro, you said that right in front of Saban. Like, bro, what are you doing?
Like, why would you?
Man. Anytime we get to see Kirby eat shit,
bro, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Perfect.
He tried to this man barking on the
brother man. But no, in all seriousness though, that was a hell of a game though. Like,
yeah,
it was two heavyweights just duking it out in the Georgia Dome one last time on CBS. Pouring out for that. Now, Gary Danielson has to go from watching Alabama and Georgia in the SEC Championship game in Atlanta to watching Rutgers in Piscataway, New Jersey in the middle of December when it's snowing.
Thank God, so he can he can hop off of Kirby Smart and just breathe for a second.
Damn, that was spiteful.
That was.
I'm just saying. I mean, it's been.
It's
been ridiculous.
Hey, but y'all ready for the Jalen Monroe show, man? You know?
Hey, shout out Monroe, man. I'll say this real quick about Jalen Monroe. Nick Saban, he bailed your ass out this season.
Oh,
yeah. I don't want to hear no one talking about what a brilliant move by Nick Saban, benching Monroe and almost cost his team a loss against South Florida. Yep. Letting a guy who transferred out the program to go play lacrosse at his old school is going to really change trajectory. No, you dumbass. Just let the boy play through his mistakes. Yep. He lost to a really good team. Whatever. Let the boy play through. He's clearly the best quarterback on your team. You knew it when you named him the starter out of camp. Why are you doing this? Oh, fuck you too, nigga. I ain't telling you to go bust a nut the first fucking play. Eat a dick. You Canadian motherfucker. Bitch ass.
Hey, to be fair, King of the North, I did the same thing. I did the same thing in my
hit the button. Jerry, hit the button right now.
Yo,
bro, I'm so sorry that I didn't think Christian Kirk, the very first play of the game, was gonna go to the freaking penis explosion chamber, dog. I'm so sorry that you lost money to buy your daughter a tricycle for Christmas. Everyone that started Christian Kirk, I'm so sorry. Hell. Christ.
Yo, Marcus, what?
Jesus.
Man, what a freaking tangent.
Anyway.
That explosion came out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere.
That was an RKO out of nowhere.
All right. Calm. I promise myself I'm not going to rage. I'm okay.
Don DeMarco.
Breathing.
Okay, Marcus.
All right.
No, but you suck, Mark. That's exactly why I don't start for nothing. Either he gets hurt or he does nothing. You put him in the starting line.
That was a freak injury. I'm so sorry. I didn't predict that.
Yo, Marcus, hey, post that video you have, bro.
I don't care. He either does nothing or he gets hurt. I'm sick of it.
He's the best receiver on the team. He's leading.
Look at this. Look at this. 15 points last game. Benched him. Started him the previous game. 6.3 games. Benched him 11.4. Bye week. Start him 6.6. Benched him 31 points.
Yo.
Benched him 21.
I mean, I could have told you not starting against the 49ers. I mean, that's just what it was. The other 3 games, you played the Titans and you played Houston. You had this opportunity. He was going to probably have a great game because Trevor was down in all night. And then he goes to the PNC Explosion Chamber. So
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is hilarious, bro.
Anyway, back to the topic at hand.
What I would just say before we get back, if it wasn't for Evan McPherson hitting that 48-yard field goal, this right here would not have been a win for me. Let me go to it.
What McManus? He should have knocked his down. Bro, you were about to lose. That's crazy, bro.
I was about to lose until Evan McPherson hit that field goal.
I'm not gonna lie. If I was brother to the right, I probably would break my phone.
He probably did.
Yes. I had a tie in my first year fantasy, like a straight tie. Like it was like 138.91, 138.91, like ties in all decimal points. They had to break out like the triple, quadruple decimals. So I ended up winning 131.9175 to 131.972.
Everybody had to buy. Dude, I would be so sick.
Look at that. And then look at my starters.
Bums.
Oh no.
Swift.
I mean, Swift. That's not that. I can't predict that happening possibly, but
I lost a week where Tyreek Hill put up 60 points.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I had a master class. It was a master class, honestly.
Oh yeah. Look at that. How you get Tyreek Hill and Debo?
Because dudes are drafting stupid, bro. That's how they were drafting stupid.
Bro, somebody ended in one of my other leagues. Somebody ended up dropping Dak Prescott. I immediately picked him up. They dropped him.
Somebody
went on this run, and then Joe Burrow got hurt. I'm like, all right, I got a quarterback. I got Dak Prescott. Put him in. Took off. But getting back to the damn.
Again, I am so fucking sorry. One of the best run defenses in the league decided to shit the fucking bed. I couldn't predict that. I apologize. Jesus.
But getting back to this
Alabama motherfucker.
Yo, Marcus is going full Bernie Mac right now.
Marcus, you can't mess with people's money though, man. But getting back to this Alabama Georgia game. My takeaway from this was, getting Jalen Milroe going with getting some design runs for him changed the entire game. It absolutely changed the entire game because now with the zone read, the running backs were able to finally get going. And like in this game where Georgia was getting gashed.
And Georgia still can't cover a wheel route for whatever reason.
Nope. Georgia's
cover wheel route for years.
Georgia's defensive line got bent over.
They don't have any real. I know by design they don't really emphasize like being in some super duper dynamic pass rush. But when you don't have Jalen Carter or Noah Smith,
you got to have a generation, bro.
You got to have something. You have no push whatsoever.
Exactly. And I peeped that they were playing against us, bro. Like they didn't get the push they usually do.
They play a lot. They play a lot of coverage. Like I know with this team by design, especially this one, because they don't have a lot of dynamic rushers up there. It's more eat up space and it's more just try to push the pocket a little bit and make him run into you or make him speed up this process and play coverage in the back end. Because you have the safeties and the corners to be able to do it for the most part. They got nothing. And Isaiah Bond made some really nice plays. That fourth down conversion, even though it wasn't a catch, but I don't care.
He didn't catch it. Georgia fans want to weep and cry. You want to moan.
Right? Like, bro, I distinctly remember that damn Florida game. That was not a catch at all.
We had a picture up where Lawrence Cajun clearly didn't catch the ball.
I saved it somewhere.
That was one of the things where like the pendulum just swung the other way, and then Alabama set the tone in the game. They dictated it. After like that first quarter where Georgia kind of just came out and just swung early, hit a haymaker, Bama stayed themselves and just came out, dictated the rest of the pace, and won very easy on the scorecards for a boxing analogy there.
Where is it?
Here's another thing. I got to give another player a shout out. That's Jermaine Burton.
Yes.
Y'all want to hear something crazy? He was on the Georgia team that was clearly not a catch.
They ruled that up.
Yeah, but he was on the Georgia team that started the win streak with the win over Alabama.
Wait, who was?
Jermaine Burton.
Oh yeah.
And now he's on the other end where Bama ends the streak.
Yeah,
that's actually crazy.
Jermaine Burton's seen both sides.
He went straight to them fans in the end zone after the game and let them have it.
Who else was on the Alabama team that transferred from Georgia? Was there another player?
It was another player. I forgot who it was. It was another player, though.
Yeah.
I think he was a defensive player.
I think so as well. I can't remember his name though.
I just can't remember his name. I know they said it. And he because he was in the game.
Yeah.
But I can't remember his name. I really can't.
Yeah, it was a heck of a game. But honestly, I feel like Alabama could have beat them boys worse what they did if they didn't just blow the bag a few times in the red zone and pass to 50.
Right.
A lot of it for me with Alabama was when they got on defense, they just flew around.
Yeah.
Like Caleb, like Down, bro. That boy's good.
Top 10.
That boy's good.
I told y'all that boy was like that. Like you go to Alabama, you start as a true freshman at safety. Oh, they love you then.
He's in a long line of safeties with Nick Saban that you know how he does. There's always one safety in every great Bama team that he just trusts with his life to clean up mistakes in the back end. He's like that already as a true freshman walking on that campus.
And he's built like darn near a linebacker, but I mean, dude is freaking explosive.
I thought he was a linebacker when I first saw him.
Yes.
Dude, that dude is good, man. I loved him coming out of high school. I remember him as a recruit. I'm just sitting like, yeah, Bama got the one with this dude. Just watching his film. And he had great film on offense. He could have played offense if he wanted.
Yeah. He's a good wide receiver.
Yeah, he was a wide receiver, but just looking at his film, you can just see the instincts, being able to shoot downhill, make plays in the backfield, in the run game, and be able to cover the back end and safety. I'm like, this dude's the total package. He's exactly what you want as a safety.
Yeah.
He's just 18, 19 years old. Bama enjoy him for 2 more years because, that boy first round pick waiting to happen.
And salute to Terrion Arnold. That boy is also a baller.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Dan Mullen, for telling him no.
Oh, yeah, you gave this man an excuse to use the word Dan Mullen, bro. Why'd you do that, Jerry?
Yeah, come on, man.
Because
that's what happened. I know.
So, nice research, Jay Money. That's great research right there. So I thought I heard that name. I just couldn't remember. Yeah, he was with Georgia, I think last year, and then transferred over.
He was there for like 3-4 years, and then he finally came over.
Yeah, so he might legit leave college with 3 rings, 2 with Georgia, 1 with them.
That's crazy, but that was a hell of a football game. Heavyweight fight, field goal game, everything I expected the game to be. Congrats to Bama getting the playoff. Georgia better luck next year.
Now, speaking of that playoff, question for all 3 of y'all. Simple. Mm-hmm. Did the committee get it right?
Yes.
Look on your face. Go ahead and say it. The silence is deafening.
If we're being honest, if any of our teams are in that situation, we would be burning down bridges. We would be attacking buildings. Like we would be storming the Capitol. You know, we
storming the cap. Whoa.
Okay. Come on, man.
So
I mean, depends on people in the fan base, not me.
Yeah, they got that. Ain't nothing going on.
We all in Florida, man. So somebody was bound.
Talking about Jerry. Enlighten us. What kind of people?
I ain't gonna say nothing.
I'm not gonna say.
Your do-rag tells it all.
I'm not gonna say what those people look like, what kind of things they like on Twitter, who they follow.
I have the question though. Which team would we take out?
So if this was the wrong 4, who would we take out? Okay, go ahead, AB.
if you were to, I guess he's asking like to put Florida State in, which one of these 4 teams would you take out? If you want me to be completely honest, there isn't one. There legit isn't one, because I guarantee this is what this committee did. They put Florida State up against every team in the playoffs. Is this team better than Michigan? No. Are they better than Washington? No. And this is as currently constructed. Are they better than Texas? No. Are they better than Alabama? No. Hell, are they better than Georgia? No. So, and truth be told, they had concerns about Florida State before Jordan Travis got hurt.
I didn't. I thought they were good. Like,
I thought they were too, but that committee apparently did.
Yeah.
You know what that sounds like? They sound like they were looking for an excuse to take him out, and then they gave him a reason to do it.
I think there was a legitimate argument to say they were better than Bama. I think so.
As currently constructed?
No, before.
Oh, before, yeah.
Before.
But I think they went as currently constructed. Are they better than these teams? The answer was a resounding no. So it's like, because of that.
The thing is, though, it's not like Alabama was just some crazy juggernaut this year. They needed a miracle to beat fucking Auburn 2 weeks ago. Like, that did happen very recently.
The same Auburn that was blown off their own field by New Mexico State.
Yeah, I do think
games.
I do think the Iron Bowl is just, that's a game that it doesn't matter who's ranked what. Like, it's just
what's the record.
They're still a fucking terrible team, and they need a muffed punt and a 4th and 30, freaking chucked in the back of the end zone to win. Like, that happened. You can't discount that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Okay, so my thing is, Marcus, gun to your head right now: Saban or Norvell?
Come on now, be serious.
That's kind of crazy.
How is that an argument here? Everyone and their grandma would always pick them. It doesn't matter. What are we doing?
Like, one coach, yes, has an undefeated team. The other coach is regarded as probably the greatest coach to ever coach college football. Like, come on, let's be for real.
And there's
that?
And I think, like, so my thing, Darnell, was Alabama and Texas were a package deal. If they both won their conference championship, you can't take out Texas and then have Bama, and you can't take Bama out and then you have to put them both in there.
Like, you got to be both, and
right?
Teams are undefeated, so
and you can't put Georgia. You can't keep Georgia in there because Texas beat Alabama, so Texas had to be in there regardless.
You mean you could? They just didn't do it.
That would have been terrible. So I think FSU. You have to say, okay, y'all are not what you were when you had Jordan Travis. Even though y'all are still a great team. Like, for all the FSU fans they're thinking that I'm biased. When Florida had Treon Harris as opposed to Will Grier, I knew we were not elite still. I knew we had an elite defense, but we weren't going to win anything without Will Grier. I knew that when that happened. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you have to kind of look at it in that sense as well. And what's the guy's name? What's the quarterback? The Rodemaker, and what's the other one?
Brock Glenn. He's not Cardale Jones. He's not JT Barrett.
The thing is, Brock Glenn wouldn't have been the quarterback that played if they got in.
Rodemaker's he's not even JT Barrett or Cardale Jones.
He's better than Brock Glenn. The defense is good enough to hang with teams, and they had talent.
If they did end up making the playoffs, though, those games would be stinky.
I mean, the thing is about these games would be stinky. They're always stinky.
Michigan.
How many good playoff games have we ever watched? Like 2?
Well, Georgia and Ohio State last year.
Yeah, that's the one. The other one is Georgia, Oklahoma, and that was 2017, right? Yeah.
That one.
Oh man, that was a good one.
Georgia,
that's
a couple more.
I mean, that one was good, but other than that, like 2 or 3 ever in the
same. Michigan turned out to be pretty good last year.
Yeah, everyone thought TCU was going to get fucking stomped in that game.
What are they? The Froghorns or what?
Yo, AB, what was your reasoning for saying TCU was going to win that game, bro? What you said?
His reasoning was Georgia spite. That was his only reasoning. But here's my thing, though. There's 2 things. One, like before we get on, does winning matter?
Sorry, difficulties there.
Yes. If you win against the good teams.
I mean, they did win against good teams.
How would you feel if your team was down 13-0?
They won the game. They scored like 50 points in that game. Who cares? They won, didn't they?
3 Alabama team, man.
They scored 50 plus points after that. Gives a shit. They won the game.
It was 3-8.
I mean, I
Alabama almost lost to South Florida. They almost lost to Arkansas and Auburn. Those teams stink too.
Arkansas are better than North Alabama.
Arkansas sucks. They won what? How many games did Arkansas win? Be serious.
They beat Florida in games.
Are they beating North Alabama? I believe they
are. They not the way they played this year.
They still beat them.
They're still bad teams. Texas needed the referees to bail them out against Houston.
Dang.
Hey, this is literally the meme of
Washington didn't score a single offensive touchdown against Arizona State.
Hold on, y'all. You were complaining about Marcus naming these teams for Washington, Alabama, and you know what's funny about that? Every single team he's naming that these playoff teams struggle with are all better than 3-8 1AA North Alabama team.
And they're still fucking bad teams who didn't make bowl games. That's the fucking point. Still, all these teams have their foibles. They're not all just magically unequivocally better. They're not all. They're not 2018 Clemson. They're like people are technically telling them they are. They're really good. They deserve to be there. But let's not act like there's just this much level above an undefeated team. Like, let's stop there. They all have their flaws.
Yeah,
all of them.
So, Marcus, do you believe Florida State deserved it?
I do. I really do. Now, am I mad at them not getting in? Not really. It's unfortunate. It sucks. But I do think they deserved a chance. Like, winning has to matter. They went undefeated in tough conference. They won the tough out-of-conference games they played. They played the best defense against LSU than anyone's played all season long.
Yeah.
Like,
so it would have been Bama?
I don't know. And we never will know. But if people acting like, oh, this would happen, you don't know until you give them the fucking chance.
I'm going to play devil's advocate. Liberty went undefeated too. Do they have a case?
Be serious.
That's crazy.
That's an insane.
You are not a serious man, AB. Oh my god.
You said winning has to matter. I mean,
you are not a serious man.
I'm just saying. I mean,
all right.
This is FSU spite, and you know it. Be serious.
So my thing is, you remember UCF went undefeated, beat Auburn in the was it Chick-fil-A Bowl?
Yeah, it was the Peach Bowl. Yeah,
Peach Bowl. So, do you feel like if FSU beats Georgia, do they have the right to claim themselves national champions?
They do that. If they do that, then that fan base and that program will be burnt to the ground.
Here's the thing that I've always been inconsistent with. I've always thought, like, if a team just gets like screwed and they win the bowl game convincingly, and people are like, oh, see, told you they should have done it. Or if they lose, told you didn't belong. That changes nothing. You're playing for nothing, especially in this era when nobody plays in these bowl games. What does that change? It's an exhibition game at that point.
This literally was what would have happened if they got in. But,
how do you know that? You don't know. We can't do playoff hypotheticals here. You don't know until you actually play the games.
These teams.
I think they have a chance. They're talented. They're just as talented as all those teams. They are.
So what are you gonna say? They get dump trucked by Georgia in the Orange Bowl?
Nothing. The game doesn't fucking matter. It's a bowl game that's an exhibition. I've always said this. I just said this 10 seconds ago.
And that's what's even funnier. You get left out of the playoffs as an undefeated ACC champion, and your prize is a pissed off Georgia team. Damn.
Hey,
that's tough.
But who's to say they are pissed off too? The game is what it is. It sucks.
They should be pissed off.
It's unfortunate as all hell.
I want to say I hate it had to be y'all, but I don't hate it at all.
You are so fucking spiteful.
Again, I'm not too biased.
If this is Florida, you would be burning a damn house down, and you know it, and I would too, and we would be very correct to be pissed off.
Niggas will be storming the Capitol. Yeah, for sure.
I'm legit say the same thing though. Like, who do you take out? Because it's a legitimate. It really is a legitimate question. Like, who can you really take out to put them in?
That's the thing. Those teams are good. It's just really unfortunate.
I think the committee basically.
But
we also said it's the 4 best teams, not the 4 deserving teams, right?
But the thing about that changes every single goddamn year. No one knows what 4 best and 4 deserving is, depending on what season it is. Nobody knows this.
But precedent has been set though for this reason.
Has it?
Because you did it this year. You left out an undefeated Power 5 conference champion. Because you're the best teams in there, right? So now, if we're going 4 best teams, not 4 most deserving teams, you let's say next year Georgia's undefeated and their quarterback got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
On the same.
Yep, I agree.
If they were to put a Georgia team into the playoffs,
yeah,
you know what that'll do.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, they've done it before. What are we fucking talking about? In the first year they did this. They put a backup quarterback in and they won the whole thing. The point is, we don't know what happens until we get in this. Crazy. And if you're going to use some example of, they would get stomped, they're going to get stomped. You don't know this. And even then, who gives a fuck? Teams get stomped in the playoffs every year. Oklahoma gets stomped every goddamn year. What did they ever do? Michigan doesn't do anything in the playoffs. What did they ever do? Oklahoma got 63 points dropped on them. No one says they shouldn't have been there. No one says they should never be there if they have a chance to get there and have the resume.
They didn't lose like 30. Didn't Ohio State lose 31-0 to like Clemson 1 year or something like that?
That LSU team was generational that year.
Okay, so and everyone uses the TCU excuse of they're getting stopped by a generational team, and then everyone says that ruins it for people. Why should it? Take a fucking number.
I get where you're coming from, Marcus. You're basically saying just give them a chance. I mean, they did deserve it throughout the season, and giving them, a college football playoff opportunity. It's just saying, hey, you had a great season this year.
But I just hate that they got screwed because of some shit that wasn't even their fault.
Yeah.
But it wasn't their fucking fault.
They got to change the format. That's the end of the day. They got to change the
format. Which they are, because if you're going to go to 12 teams next year, Ohio State was still – they were. They still beating teams by 30. They didn't drop off like Florida State did when they lost their quarterback. That part is true. That Ohio State team was just flat out good.
Yeah, I do think if Florida State would have dominated Louisville and dominated Florida, you have to put it.
Yeah, that is a different story. Then you don't leave them out.
Yeah, why does it have to be like this? Just fucking win the games. Winning has to take some precedent here. This is validating everything they accomplished.
It's because
the committees are full of snobs.
Harvey Updike goes in there and said, "Gun to your head right now. You taking Alabama, Florida State?
No. Spike 80 FD and 3 points to your head right now."
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Alabama.
No. What did you just say real quick? What did you just say?
The boys are full of snobs, bro.
Here's the thing about that. This is what a lot of people don't know. On that committee, do y'all know that there's 4 ACC members on that committee?
That's wild.
It's kind of crazy.
Think about that. You got 4 ACC members on that committee.
That's why niggas gonna leave.
You telling me none of them voted for Florida State?
Why are you being so spiteful right now?
This man is in his agenda bag.
Yes, he is.
No, I'm serious. When I say that,
you're never serious.
No, I'm going to because I didn't know that until somebody mentioned. I was like, wait a minute. Wait, what? Like, no wonder they're going. No wonder the fans are trying to pull up addresses and phone numbers. I'm like,
bro, somebody said somebody owes a gym, and somebody like, guys, what are we doing?
Like, did y'all see that? Like, they filing lawsuits. They trying to put families' addresses.
Define the day here, though.
Like, come on, man.
Define the day.
Y'all pissed off that y'all ain't make playoff. It is not that deep where y'all trying to go after people's families and address. Like, come on, people. Like, be real with yourselves. Come on.
They got fucked. Let's be serious, but don't do all that.
They did, but
that was me.
That was
J Money had something. How much J Money? You is J Money. So how much money did you drop off to leave him out?
Hey man, all I know is there's 12 teams next year. I think it's too much personally, but hey.
How much money was in them bags you dropped off, J Money? That's what I want to know.
Give him a 40 ball.
I need to know that because if that's the case. But looking at this playoff, so the matchups are Michigan and Alabama, Texas and Washington. I think that Texas Washington will be fun. So early looks at this game. We're not gonna make predictions, but giving an early look at both of these games, damn, Jay Money,
30 mils. That's fucking crazy.
30 mils. Looking at these games, that's crazy. What are your early impressions of both of these matchups?
I will say, Michigan is pissing down their leg right now.
Oh yeah, I agree.
They absolutely. I mean, Alabama is coming in confident. Their trenches loaded. I believe that they have multiple game changers that are building confidence that as the season is going on. And yeah, man, I do think Michigan is a solid team. McCarthy's going to have he's going to have to play his best game of his career, I think, against this Alabama team. And the offensive line's going to have to do a heck of a job blocking for him, giving him an opportunity to drop back and make reads. But Saban, he loves matchups like this. He loves rattling QBs, having his secondary locked and loaded and ready to, fire in games like this. So I think Alabama's going to run away with this game, honestly. We'll see what happens. I'll be surprised if Michigan comes in and puts up a fight good enough to keep it within one possession. I'll say like Alabama by 10 probably. But we'll see, man. It's going to be an interesting matchup.
I've always been very bullish on Michigan from a talent standpoint this year. I thought they were probably the most consistent team in the country, other than Georgia for the most part, but they actually handled their business, unlike Georgia did. So there's that. That being said, Alabama is one of those teams that, like, they're talented, obviously, because fucking Bama, of course. But they're playing the best football that they can play at the right time. And that's something that you don't want to play a team like that who, from a talent standpoint, they can match you hat for hat, especially on defense, and they're playing better, they're communicating better. Younger players are grown up. Milroe's growing up. Yes, he still has his foibles, sure. He's not the greatest thrower in the world. He's not the cleanest thrower in the world, but who cares? He will make a play when he has to. Deep ball is great. Using his legs more, it was the dimension Bama's needed, which I still don't know why the hell they did the whole benching thing. I don't care if he didn't handle it well or not. You can't tell me he's not that much better than Tyler freaking Buckner and Ty Simpson. Like, be serious with yourself.
Play lacrosse at his last school.
That's insane.
Like, man entered the portal to not even play football anymore.
You're like, bro, be serious with yourself, Saban. Milroe was bailing you the fuck out for that. Like, come on now. Yeah. But yeah, I think Bama wins it by a touchdown. I think Michigan will compete well. I do like Michigan a lot. I do. I just think Bama's playing the best football right now.
Yeah, facts.
Did y'all see Michigan face?
Yeah, bro, they were sick. Rightfully so. Rightfully so.
They were like, oh, like, yeah, yeah, it's real.
Disgusted, dog.
No, for a second, they knew they was gonna beat the hell out of them. They were. They was gonna face off Florida State.
And they had a good chance in the next game, I think so.
But you get Bama, and Bama's hot right now. You watch them play, and it just seems like they're getting better and better and better as each game goes now, with the exception of that Auburn game. They just needed a miracle. I don't know what goes on in Auburn, Alabama, whether it's for Auburn or against them. Weird stuff just happens.
The ghost of Pat Dye is smiling down on Auburn, Alabama every time. The day he was the AD there and the coach, and he turned that game to a home-and-home series. That was the best thing that program's ever done.
Well, that Legion Field was just unplayable at that point.
They have a winning record at Auburn ever since they've done it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now weird stuff happens because, 1 week you get blown the hell out by New Mexico State at home. Next week, you lose to Alabama, but you should have won. Don't know how you lose on 4th and 31. 4th and goal from the 31-yard line.
All you had to do was field the damn punt first and foremost. You had the game. Field the punt.
That's brutal.
That's just brutal, man.
Yeah, that's brutal.
But another thing for me, I think, I'm not going to pick the game right now, but I'll say this. I do feel like Bama just has too many athletes. I like this Michigan team a lot. I do. They run the ball well with Blake Corbin and Donovan Edwards. Mm-hmm. That offensive line is really, really good. J.J. McCarthy's played some great football. He's made the right throws at the right time. But this Alabama team is just way too athletic.
This is where I think Zach Zinter being out will probably end up hurting them for Michigan in the offensive line. He's their leader. He broke his leg in the Ohio State game, so he's not going to be there. This is where you're going to miss him.
Yeah.
But also on defense, I'll give key players for both these teams. Also for Jalen Murrow, obviously he's gonna be the guy because he's been playing his best football ever since he came back in the lineup.
Mm-hmm.
And for Michigan, I will go with Mikey Sanders still, the nickel corner.
Oh my God, boy,
that was good. Every time they need a play on defense, he's always the guy that makes it. It's always him.
He's right there. Like, that guy is something special, man. I love watching him play. Darnell, what about you?
Paging Mr. Monroe's.
Sorry about all that playing game.
Like, they can play a Temple Run while we doing the pod. That's crazy.
No, that playing game is amazing, bro.
Oh, a playing game?
Lakers versus Suns.
Oh yeah, I got that.
Generational hoops. But hey man, if I'm Michigan, I'm shitting bricks right now, bro. I'm shitting bricks.
Hey man,
bro, Alabama's coming in at the perfect time, bro. This is, Saban living for this moment, bro. So it's gonna be a lot. But it's gonna be an entertaining game though, because I don't think they're gonna be coming down and fucking and laying down to them. So it's gonna be super entertaining.
And another thing, I'm gonna say this: if Bama wins the national championship this year, there's only one person to thank: David Pollock.
Why would you do that, you dumbass?
You set the stage by literally on that set in front of Nick Saban saying Georgia has taken over college football right in front of him.
Now, like, in fairness, when you win 2 straight national championships, well, he's not wrong, but also you just don't say it to Nick Saban.
Yeah, you can say that with any other coach up there. Saban is the last coach you want to say that.
But then again, he was looking like a genius when they got blown out by Texas, and then he benched Monroe for whatever reason, and then they struggled for big parts, and then they needed a miracle. But all that matters is when you get there, what do? Bama is ever since in the playoff era, how many times they've got there without even winning their division, let alone with the SEC, and they got put in. The model for them is when you get there, do you want to play them? The answer is no.
No. And we literally saw that by the looks on Michigan's faces when they saw they had played.
The thing is, you never give that team, that coach, that program another chance. Because they will grab it by the throat and they'll slit it.
Damn.
I mean, we have mounting evidence to this though. Like every time you give them another chance, they will stomp all over you.
They do. They take advantage of it and they get the job done. And I feel like I feel like they should be the favorites.
Well, anybody be shocked?
Like they should be the favorite because now they have that motive. All right, we in. Let's get the job done.
I don't know about favorite, but that's a team I would bet heavily on. I'll say that much.
Especially with that coach. Oh yeah. Now Texas and Washington, this is going to be a fun one, in my opinion. Because I want to see Washington's offensive line go up against that Texas defensive line. That is the matchup I'm looking at.
Tavondre Sweat, welcome to primetime, baby.
Hey, man. Hey. And right now, the Lakers are up 18-11 on Phoenix right now. But so don't keep an eye on that. But
generational hoops right now, bro.
I'm Silver, I apologize.
Yeah, this thing is fire.
Now, and another thing I'm looking at in this Washington-Texas game is going to be that Texas secondary against these Washington receivers. Because if they can't hold up, it could be a long day for that secondary.
Counter, if Michael Penix has time, we'll be able to get it to him.
Yeah, that's true. That's why I said that's the first matchup. Because if that line can hold up against that Texas defensive front, because that front is really, really good.
Yeah, that front is good. Tavondre Sweat is a load down there, bro. He's elite. And he caught a touchdown in the championship game, too. Shout out my big boys getting touchdowns.
Nice hands. You can tell he played tight end.
Yes, sir. The thing with Washington is Michael Penix. He's dynamite. He's pinpoint. Best deep ball thrower in the nation.
Yeah.
Thing is, mobility is kind of iffy. Like he's very much he's not like a statue per se.
Because he utilized his legs against Oregon.
He did. He had some design runs there. He did some good things on. Got the yards he needed.
Yeah, it kind of helped change things a little bit in that game to give him some more momentum.
Yeah. Like blocking has to be like 90% good for like really good, because you don't want him moving off a spot while he's throwing, because again, he's a guy with 2 bad ACLs and some shoulder injuries and stuff like that. So some of his mobility is kind of lost. But if he gets time, if he sets himself up in the pocket, he will throw some dimes on you.
Yeah, Jerry, Darnell, what about y'all?
First, Texas, Washington.
Yeah.
Look, man, Penix versus yours is going to be.
Whoa. Yo, who?
Penix?
It's Penix.
That boy said something else.
Hey, come on. No, you said something else. That's crazy.
Penix.
No.
It doesn't matter.
Yes,
anyways, it's gonna be a heck of a matchup, man. I want to see what Texas does, in the front seven, see how they generate pressure, and see if that rattles Mike a little bit, man. Because the guy is cool, he's calm, and at the same time, Texas is a really stout defense in the front. Front four went to Bama and played a heck of a game. So, man, it's going to be tough. I honestly don't know. I'm interested in seeing how Washington's wide receivers play against that secondary. It's going to be fire, man. I'm absolutely stoked to see that game. Worthy.
He was against that secondary.
Huh?
And vice versa. Texas' receivers against Washington secondary.
This is one of the best matchups I feel like I believe there's been in the playoff since we've had it, for sure.
And by the way, you heard it too.
I don't know what y'all talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about either.
It's the same person that said I ain't gonna say it. But Darnell, what about you?
This game is gonna be one of the best games, bro. It's gonna be really good. Ooh. But you know what's crazy? Like just to come off with it, they haven't Texas hasn't missed Jonathan Brooks at all, which is kind of crazy.
CJ Baxter, just a freshman, but already you can tell he's gonna be a great running back.
Bro, that's another one we done.
Hey man, look, the age of NIL do that to you.
Bees like that.
No, the kid. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, Sark got them boys. Nice. Discipline. I think it's going to come down to which team is the most disciplined.
Yeah, I agree.
Least penalized team wins.
And I know for sure Washington wants to come out and show out, because for sure so many people are going to – I mean, they've been all year long. They haven't been getting the proper attention. But especially now –
No, go ahead.
No, especially now, especially with Texas being up on top, man, they definitely want to show out. Sure. But this game is going to be incredible.
And here's the thing. They got no respect in the Pac-12 championship, because when that game was first announced, you know that Washington was 10-point underdog.
Yep.
It's kind of crazy.
That is kind of crazy, bro.
That was crazy. Like, anybody who bets daily or weekly or anything, anybody who places bets in Vegas, I mean, that was one of, if not the easiest bet to place. Heavy money on Washington right there. Not only covered, but probably went right, but definitely covered that spread.
That was Vegas put on a freaking masterclass.
So whoever put money on Washington in Vegas, congrats to you. You earned your money.
Sure did.
Me and cool. But man, I mean, it's gonna be a great playoff, and we got some great New Year's Six games, with the exception of Florida State, Georgia, because first of all, 2 Gator rivals are playing against each other, but second of all, that might not be no. Florida State fans, turn that game off in the second quarter. Just turn it off. That's all I'm saying.
I know who I'm rooting for.
I could care less, honestly, who wins that game, because it's whatever.
I could care less, but I know who I'd rather see win. I'm just leaving it at that.
For me, it's easily Georgia.
I would see Florida State win just for the laughs, but
that would be hilarious. SEC what? SEC what? I will say, watch out for if Jared Verse plays. Is he playing?
I doubt it.
See, that's the other thing. Like, are guys from Florida State going to want to play?
No,
Or guys from Georgia want to play? That's the thing about these bowl games. That's something you have to. Well, if you're in the playoffs, you playing. So that's not even a question. But the rest of the ball games, that's something you have to watch.
But we have to talk about Georgia going all the way from number 1 unquestioned all year to number 6 off of a field goal loss is kind of wild.
I thought they would drop. I thought they dropped no lower than 5, 6.
Like, bro, you fall more spots than you lost by as far as points. That is crazy.
Yeah, that was wild.
Lose by 3, drop 5.
And like that's kind of like a backhanded compliment to Florida State slightly because it's like congratulations for winning your conference. You're undefeated. You ain't getting in the playoff, but we'll put you ahead of Georgia.
We should have known when they dropped Georgia that low what was happening, though. Honestly,
yeah, they basically said we'll give you some credit, but not really.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah,
like we know you're an elite.
Respect them at all.
Like we don't respect you, but we respect. What we're gonna do is for appearances.
So it was basically, yeah, we associate with you. We just don't with you. That's all.
AB, you were sick.
That's exactly what it was. If you think about it, it's like we're not gonna put you in, but we'll put you ahead of this one team who dropped one game.
That's pretty much what that was.
Because
you're better than Georgia. You go out and prove it. Have fun.
Yeah, they're gonna try and prove it, but
again, like these games are so retroactive. I'm not gonna do the whole retroactive. They belonged or they shouldn't. They didn't. See told you thing. Either way, because again, no one knows if you're playing. These games don't matter a lick anymore. So it's what it is.
Fun fact: these two teams have played each other in a bowl game before.
Was it the same bowl game?
It was during the BCS era. It was actually January of 2003 when Florida State and Georgia played in the Sugar Bowl.
That's what I thought.
Do y'all want to know who the offensive coordinator was for Florida State? I'm gonna give y'all a trivia question. Who was offensive coordinator? Here's a hint. He has ties to both schools.
Is he on the staff currently right now? Somewhere?
No, he's not coaching.
Okay.
Anymore.
Ties to both schools.
Did he coach anywhere else?
I'm going to give you – yes, he did, actually.
Where?
If I tell you it's a dead giveaway.
Dang, I can't – I'm drawing blanks.
I blanked out.
I completely blank.
Y'all give up?
Yeah.
I
forfeit.
Former Florida State offensive coordinator Jay Money got it right, even though he spelled the last name wrong.
You've got to be kidding me.
Oh, my God. I didn't even – oh, my God.
He was Florida State's offensive coordinator.
Whoa.
Wait. You said 03 Sugar Bowl, right?
Yeah, and was hired the next year. Like, he used to be Florida State's offensive coordinator.
That was the first thing that came. I just didn't know if he was hired later on. I didn't know when Mark came to Georgia.
Yeah.
I didn't know what year.
He was hired, I believe, and actually during that that was his first year, I believe, with Georgia in 2002. I think that he was the head coach, but before that, he was Florida State's offensive coordinator.
I thought about it. I just didn't know when he got hired.
Wait, so this man coached at Miami, Georgia, and
played in Miami too.
He played at Miami.
That's insane, bro.
Yeah. He has ties to both schools.
Word on the street is let's do Florida hiring for offensive coordinator, right?
Word on the street lied to you. But,
funny, the Mark Richt was actually Jim Kelly's backup in college. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
He was
Jim Kelly played at the University. And transition to the NFL. We gotta put somebody up on a single screen.
Marcus, this is all you. You handle this. Him man.
Let me stop. It's everybody's turn for smoke today. This week's mine.
Marcus here was actually at the Jaguars game.
Ugh.
So from a stadium perspective, what were your thoughts on the game, first of all? And being able to be in the stadium and see everything live on the field, what was your takeaway?
Jesus.
So I'll start by saying the atmosphere was absolutely awesome, bro. It was the first Monday night game in like 12 years. I was in middle school last time we played Monday Night Football. You want to know what happened that day? We fired the coach and learned the team was getting sold. So that was the day we played our last Monday Night Football game with Chargers, and predictably we got stopped. Fast forward to now, it's better days. The environment was nice. I was there at like 3 p.m. tailgating at the slab, shot the slab, intersection Duval and Brian.
You were at the tailgate?
Yeah, why wouldn't that be?
Nice.
Always having the time of his life.
Yeah, if you ever go to a Jaguars game, in the movie tailgating, go to the slab. It's the intersection of Duval and Brian. Put it on your Google map. Just type in the slab. It'll take you right there. Best experience of your life. Trust me. Spin the casa all day long, baby. But nah. So in there, cool light show. Everything's kosher. The offense is cooking. Trevor's cooking. The defense, however, yeah.
Good God.
Jake Browning.
Background, by the way.
Yep,
Jake Browning had the game of his life. It was by far the worst performance of the defense the entire season, which had been playing awesome all year for the most part.
Yep.
Guys didn't know where to fucking line up. Like this is the thing I kept saying. I kept seeing. So y'all remember the touchdown to Jamar Chase they scored right down the left sideline?
Yeah.
So if you notice, it was single coverage 1-on-1 down there with Tyson Campbell, who should not have played that game. Let me tell you right there. Yes.
He re-aggravated his hamstring.
Jesus. And he hurt his quad later in the game, trying to compensate for said hamstring. He should not have played. And it made it worse. We deactivated Buster Brown, who was playing in his place, who was playing very well. And the minute Campbell got healthy, we deactivated him for whatever reason. And then Devon Hamilton, who we expect a lot out of, he got hurt late in camp. This pretty much most of the season. He came back today, deactivated Angelo Blackson, who's been playing well. He looked awful as well. So there's that. But yeah, so back to the Campbell touchdown chase. It was 1-on-1 down the sideline. If you notice Andre Sisco, the deep middle safety right there, he was pointing and yelling at Devin Lloyd, telling him where to line up. So he was out of position before the snap even started. He was supposed to be over there, but he was too busy getting guys lined up on the other side of the field that he pretty much can't have Campbell out to dry, and that was a touchdown. And that was a constant thing. Other than the big injury that we'll talk about later, our starting slot corner Trey Herndon got concussed in the first drive of the game. What else? A couple of D linemen went down. Foley Falikasi, best run stuffer, he went down, and that allowed the Bengals to run the ball well, and that was our worst run defense performance this season by a country mile, and we were one of the best run defenses in the league. So pretty much everything that could have possibly went wrong went absolutely wrong. Like guys were wide open. There's no anticipation. We couldn't get home. Pretty much everybody on that defense outside of Josh Allen, who played phenomenal, just didn't fucking bother to show up. So
somebody else got hurt that game too.
Don't. Somebody's. I'll start with the biggest injury of all. Christian Kirk. I love you, buddy. You are one of the best receivers on this team. The first play of the game on a 36-yard completion, a catch you've made 1,000 times, you broke your biscuits and went to the penis explosion chamber, bro. How? The minute he turned around and grabbed his groin, I'm like, oh, shit. Everything just went south. I was like, bro, no fucking way. No way. Groin injuries in the Jacksonville Jaguars do not go hand in hand. Because if you remember way back in the day, Fred Taylor, who was playing a game, he's going for a big run. He tore his groin completely off the bone and just dropped the damn ball. And everybody was like, why'd you do that? Why'd you do it? He tore his groin off the bone, brother. I dropped that thing too. But nah, like Christian Kirk's gonna need surgery most likely, so that tells me hernia. So season's pretty much done unless we make it to the freaking championship game somehow. And then the injury.
Dog.
I don't want to talk about this.
The epitome of brutality.
Just read his name.
Trevor Lawrence, swap ankles with me. Please! Bro, I feel like y'all see that Tyrese video of him auditioning for Django Unchained, bro?
Oh, bruh.
That's exactly that is audibly what I did and how I was feeling when he went down. I was like, no! Please! But bro, I thought he shattered his damn leg at that time because he got bent like a damn pretzel. And man, so bad he was having one of the best games of the damn season, one of the best games of his career to that point. Like, he was dialed in, he was awesome, and we were going to score that drive.
And you knew something was wrong when he literally threw his helmet to the ground.
Yeah, he tried to get up. He was screaming at Parker Washington, who had to come in for Kirk, because what happened was on that play, he was supposed to run a slant, and Trevor was, if you notice Trevor like pumping and then pulling it down before the hit happened, he was trying to throw the ball, but he ran the wrong route, or he didn't turn around. The ball was right on him. If you watch the all 22, he was wide open at the sticks. He had him, but he just didn't turn around. So Trevor had to pull it. And that's what led to him getting stepped on. And then the injury and then getting rolled up and the injury happening. And dude, when I tell you in that stadium, oh man.
I know it's brutal, dog.
I don't even want to relive it, bro. Like, people just were just disbelief.
It was like J-Trav.
It felt like a funeral. That's how bad it was. It felt like a funeral because they were like, because Trevor Lawrence, like, franchise, everyone says franchise quarterback, this franchise quarterback, that he is the Jacksonville Jaguars. Like, he is. All of our hopes, all of our dreams, all of our ambitions, everything we ever want to accomplish is on number 16 shoulders, bro. And the building just.
Well, it is kind of ironic that you said it was like a funeral, considering the team was wearing all black.
Oh, AB, shut the fuck up.
AB, are you serious?
No, I'm just saying, like, it was just crazy to watch because at first I didn't initially think anything was wrong. That's like I said, I'm like, okay, it's probably an ankle. Then it's like he got bent. I'm like, okay, that didn't look right. And he threw his helmet down. I'm immediately thinking the worst.
His hand.
I hope he didn't just scare anything. Then they said it was an ankle sprain. And I'm like, no, that's more than an ankle sprain. I know that feeling. That is a high ankle sprain. Lo and behold, later today, Doug Peterson comes out and says it's a high ankle sprain.
Well, that's what I thought it would be. Thing is, for Trevor, that dude's been out fucking vibranium. I don't know how he does it. Because this is like the third time I've seen him since he's been here, where like something looks like absolutely catastrophic, and he comes out relatively fine. Yeah, like I remember last year against Detroit, where he got absolutely just gator rolled.
Oh, James Houston.
Oh yeah,
pun fully intended, by the way. Hope you caught that. I thought his knee exploded, bro. Yeah, I was like, not like this, not like this. And we were on a run at that time. And ironically, y'all want to know something crazy?
What's that?
That game and this game was played on December 4th.
Damn, that's crazy,
bro. That's tough.
Brutal loss and Trevor Lawrence getting cooked. Like, you can't draw that up.
He had not missed the game. He's not missed the game his entire career due to injury.
Nope. He's gonna miss this game, for whatever reason. I don't know why, Trevor. I love you, buddy. He's actively actually trying to play this weekend. Like he's like you're trying to get around the clock treatment to try to give himself a chance to play.
Trevor, sit down.
He's not playing. Trevor, you a dog, bro. I love you. Ain't no one ever gonna question your toughness, especially me, bro. This season we'll ride with you. We always gonna love you, dog. Don't play.
Just Trevor Lawrence. If you're somehow watching this, as somebody with experience from high ankle sprain, sit your behind down.
Hey man, we need the games.
That's not. I understand you're a tough player. You really are. You want to go out there and play. You want to go out there and help this team win because this is a good football team and you got goals. But your health should be your number one priority.
Correct.
Because you go out there and try and play, and you're not 100%. You're not going to do anything but hurt your team.
Yeah, because I mean, you still got how many weeks left? 4.
You still got 4 or 5 weeks left. You don't want to do anything that's going to hurt your team. You want to be as healthy as you can.
Yeah.
Playoff time comes, because that's when the team needs you. They don't need you right now. Like, get healthy, rest up, get that ankle better. Playoff time comes. That's when they need you. So get as much rest as you can.
Because they really just got to win 1 more or 2 more games, and they'll be solidified. I mean,
you're probably unless something crazy happens, which then again, I wouldn't be shocked if something crazy happens. They're going to win the division most likely. Just win like 3 out of the last 5 games or something like that. Because Houston has to win like 1 more game. They both play each other at the end of the season, so that's 1 loss right there already.
Right.
So just win 3 out of your 5 and you're good. And 3 out of your 5 is against like Carolina, Tampa, and Tennessee. You should win those games.
Oh, you got that.
But back to this game. CJ Beathard played admirably. He did. I'll give him his credit. Like he did what he had to do. Parker Washington also showed up, minus that play at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But rookie mistake, it happens, whatever.
Yeah.
You just wish it doesn't result in a cash off against you for your quarterback. But he played awesome. He had a crazy catch in the end zone. But like the biggest 3 things that happen, because I always tell y'all, especially this season, when Jaguars lose games, everything, and I mean everything under the sun, goes completely sideways, especially when it's at home. Y'all know we only won 2 games at home this season.
You did what?
We've only won 2 games at home this season.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
And guess what? On the road this year, they're undefeated.
So maybe y'all need to drop down in the playoff seeding?
Honestly, you might as well. They play great. They play awesome everywhere but Jacksonville. I don't get it. This team is so weird.
Gosh.
It was down 27-0 in the playoffs last year at home. And all of a sudden woke up and realized we're in the freaking playoffs.
And at home.
And the Chargers just decided to completely implode.
Mm-hmm.
These are the type of things to remind you, this is pretty much across the board a really young team. Like, we have a lot of our players are 2nd-year guys, rookies, 3rd-year guys. Like, this team is learning how to win on the fly, basically. Especially after that damn debacle that first year. But still, 3 of the dumbest things happened before the end of the draft. So, Water Girl comes out on the field by accident, so meaning we have to burn a timeout. You remember that part?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we had to burn a timeout because of that.
That's why y'all burned the timeout?
Yeah, they charged us a timeout for that. Then the injury happened. Then we missed the field goal.
Yeah. Yeah. That missed field goal was brutal. And it's like one of those field goals where it's going to come back to bite you later, bro.
And Doug was pissed about that.
Yeah.
He's like, bro, that should have been a game winner at the end. And it should have been. Like, that was a game where it was like, yeah, we're playing absolute dog ass, especially on defense. But we're playing well enough offensively where it's like, just make 1 play and you're going to win.
Exactly.
And that felt very much like a game where Trevor Lawrence was just not going to let us lose. Like, he just was not going to let it happen. And even in overtime, we made a big throw to Ridley, gets called back for a hold, which, by the way, that shit was a fucking hold. But I digress. It was tough.
That was tough. I knew it happened as soon as the defensive end was like,
yeah, I knew he flopping ass.
He flopped.
Hey, they were supposed to do. Get the call.
He did.
Damn, that was a hell of a fucking throw, a hell of a catch. But damn, I just wish that counted. And I hope, because that was one of those games where it's like you find a way to win and worry about everything else later. And now we're banged up with no quarterback going into Cleveland against that defense.
I'm starting Cleveland's defense for sure.
Yes, I encourage it.
Yeah, I mean, you got to stick with the running game for sure.
We can't run the ball. That's the problem.
Well, like, y'all got creative tossing the ball outside.
Yeah, that's the only thing we can do. We can't do anything up the middle because our fucking center is god awful. Like, if y'all watch the offensive line film or y'all watch anything in the line in the pit, watch our center Luke Fortner. Watch how many times he gets blown like 3 yards behind the play.
What about utilizing Evan Ingram a little bit more in the passing game?
That we did, and he had the best game of the season. Finally scored a touchdown this year too.
Yep. Exactly. So that's something. I mean, y'all can build upon it. I don't think the QB looked horrible. I just think he was a backup.
Yeah, CJ Beathard's fine. Like, he's had his moments. Like, he's had to come in for Trevor before. I mean, I remember rookie year when he played Buffalo. I thought Trevor died that year too.
Yeah.
And he came in through like the best pass of his life and he got dropped. Fucking heck, dude.
CJ's he's a quality backup quarterback. I mean,
yeah, he's a good little backup. He's a gamer. He's cool. Yeah. We have the talent on offense. We have the coaching on offense to be able to do something. I just don't know against that defense. But
so I want to ask you, Marcus, when Jake Browning completed that pass over the middle to Jamar Chase and it got bobbled and he caught it, dude, I know you had to be like dying in the inside.
I did die on the inside. Because when you watch a game where like someone makes like some crazy ass players like, yeah, we're gonna fucking lose. That's exactly that. And being a Jags fan, the radar is always up for some bullshit happening in the game.
Yeah.
Because I always say this: I love my parents dearly. I love my father dearly. The man that got me into sports, for better or for worse.
Yeah.
I just had to be born in this city of all things. I just had to be born and raised. I could have been born and raised in any other major city in the United States of America, and I'm stuck with the Jacksonville Jaguars. I love them to death, but they are like riding a roller coaster with the worst safety record of all time. That's they're like riding the roller coaster off Final Destination 3.
Bro, it's tough, and like as an outsider, you can tell how rough it is, man. Because I can relate in the sense like with the Dolphins, bro. So yeah, I get it,
bro. They made the playoffs in 2007, right? When I was 10 years old. They didn't make the playoffs. They made the playoffs again. Yeah, for a team Maurice Jones-Rudolph.
And Mojo.
Yep, shout out Mojo. My dog's named after him, by the way. Fun fact.
Oh,
yep. They didn't make the playoffs again until I met you.
Joe, that's
oh, brother.
Yo, that's true because y'all changed jerseys. Y'all changed like the blue, green looking.
The teal like sleeves and the black jersey, the two-tone helmet thing.
Yeah. And those are probably like just the worst look I've ever had.
Yes, like we have like one of the most iconic looks ever, and we just changed it. Like why?
Yeah, man, that was tough, bro. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, that was what happened. And then you make it, and then Duval, Jalen Ramsey goes on and y'all get screwed.
That was the most fun I've ever had being a fan until like now, and then that all just got taken away from me.
I don't think it's completely over, man. I feel like this season is going to be weird in the playoffs. I really do.
Because the AFC is weird.
Yeah,
nobody's good.
Yeah, it's going to be really weird. You got a lot of teams that have high upside, like even Miami, bro. Like it's been weird for us. I don't know if what we're doing is sustainable to win a Super Bowl or even get in the AFC Championship game.
You see, I'm not as low on Miami as other people are, even with the whole NBA thing. So what? The game's been close for the most part.
Yeah,
they're a good team if you actually watch them, no matter how you slice it.
Yeah,
and the AFC and NFC swap places. Did y'all notice that? Like everyone coming into here, including us, we all said like, okay, the AFC has all the quarterbacks, all the cool exciting offense. The NFC has like a handful of great teams and then a bunch of just complete dog ass mid behind it. Right now, none of these teams in the AFC make any sense whatsoever.
No.
Kansas City struggles to score the football.
Their wide receivers are freaking.
They're terrible. They're not good. But Kansas City can't score, and their freaking offensive line is not as good.
No.
Mahomes is still there. You still have to trust him, of course. Baltimore, they're probably the most complete team.
Yeah.
But Andrews is hurt, and sometimes they do just really dumb things in fourth-quarter games. And Miami, exciting offense. The defense is getting better. And then you lose Jalen Phillips, so that's a big blow. And then again, the record against winning teams is not good.
Concerning.
And then you have Jacksonville. We can't get out of our own damn way. We struggle running the football at times. Now our quarterback's hurt.
The way
Speaking of the Miami Dolphins, shout out to them. Darnell, come on screen. Shout out to them for doing the Lord's work and getting the Commanders the hell up out of there.
Yeah. Why are they single cover Tyreek Hill the whole game?
Stupidity. Well, I mean, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Week after week, he does this. This man is, in my opinion, the MVP of the league because, I mean, he's just dominating week in and week out. MVP of the league. You heard it here. MVP of the league. If Brock Purdy is considered the favorite, Tyreek Hill is the MVP of the league.
This is such a stupid MVP race. Like, this is probably the year if you. All right, Derek. AB, stop. Even though I do agree with it. I do agree with AB, honestly, but stop.
I mean, I'm just saying. I mean,
I said I agree.
No, yeah, I know you did. The person above you apparently smoking.
No, if this is a year you don't want to give, you shouldn't give it to a quarterback. Which, quite frankly, this is just a bad year for
5 minutes, couple of weeks. I feel fine. We're going. I want us to focus on getting healthy and our defense to improve week by week. That's all I want.
Yeah, because your first year in a Fangio defense, there's going to be some rough patches every now and then, but they'll get better. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I think the more acclimated these guys have gotten, the better they've gotten. So, we're gonna be all right, man. We're gonna be all right. And having A-Chain back is huge.
All I will say is, you can say what you want about Miami. Do you want to play them? Do you want to cover Tyreek Hill?
AB, what?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't stop it.
Okay.
They're going to be a headache.
Why? Because I want my defensive line to feast on that offensive line.
Oh,
actually, they've been improving. I ain't gonna lie, but I get where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm. Now, let's talk about the best team in the NFL by a country mile right now. The San Francisco 49ers.
J Money, sit your ass down. Y'all ain't beating us.
We just spoke about teams peaking at the right time.
Yeah, we getting into this, J Money.
All I think of teams getting peaking at the right time more is so as San Francisco just actually has everybody play together for once.
Yeah.
J Money, I'm just gonna say it. What happened on Sunday afternoon? Ass whooping.
I don't think that happens again if they play, but I mean,
I think it does actually.
Hold on. Let me say this though. Deebo Samuel was right. He said it right after the NFC Championship game. If Brock Purdy plays, they blow Philly out.
Okay. Let me stop you right. Let me stop you right there. No, they don't. No, they don't.
Boys had to play with Christian McCaffrey back in the NFC Championship game.
That was a different.
Even on the ground, what did he do in that game?
No, I was talking about Brock Purdy though.
No, that's what I'm saying though. No, this is what I'm saying though. I don't like people doing the whole retroactive thing after that because it's not the same teams. Neither of these teams are the same.
Exactly.
This is a different year.
Yeah, and the Eagles had a heck of a safety in CGJ. So I mean, it's completely different players, completely different coaches. Like,
hold on, time out real quick, Jerry. Even with Chauncey Gardner-Johnson last year, that secondary was trash. With the
trash?
It was fine.
James Bradbury is not who y'all think he is.
He had a good season. I don't think he's that great of a corner or anything like that, but ain't like he's some.
Calling him trash is crazy.
I mean, Bradbury had a hell of a game actually.
Oh no, J Money don't get to do this because Sam was playing with Christian McCaffrey at quarterback when y'all last played them.
Yeah, you can't say that, J Money.
You can't do the injury thing because there's two different teams. This game they just beat the dog shit out of you.
Everybody is injured. Everybody's
hurt.
Yeah,
everybody is hurt. J Money, no, we can't do that.
It's the NFL, bro.
Yeah, after week 4, it's.
And you even can't do this because San Francisco, when they've actually had everybody healthy for a change this year,
best team in the league.
They've done it to everybody.
Yeah, they just harass people, bro. I mean, if we're being honest.
They had the Cowboys fight for their life in prime time. That Jags fight for their life and drowning in a pool somewhere. They've murdered everyone in their path. They've never lost a game when everybody is together.
Yeah.
Like they lost game.
Debo goes crazy.
Like turns out Deebo Samuel and Trent Williams are actually really important.
What quarterback did they have in the second half of that game?
Okay, why are we talking about a game from a year ago that doesn't make any bearing on what happened Sunday? Like
because I feel like
y'all got washed. It's okay.
Because truth be told, if Brock Purdy did play in the NFC Championship game, I don't know if they would have lost.
They would have lost.
But see, this is where Philadelphia lost the game. Them first 2 drives,
they kicked field goals.
That's when it was like, okay, they only got field goals. They ain't scored touchdowns. All San Francisco got to do is score one touchdown, immediately flip the momentum. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything crazy. I hope this doesn't sound crazy. Like, Philadelphia's still awesome. Like, they're still 1 seed right now. For now. We don't know what happens Sunday.
For now.
They're still good. This team is not the same.
Nope.
It's not the same at all.
Nope.
They miss Shane Steichen in the worst way on the offense. They miss Dallas Goedert right now. And that defense, they paid the tax of losing guys. Javon Hargrave is really, really important. I know Jalen Carr is awesome. I know he's going to be an ass kicker in the future. He's not Javon Hargrave today.
Nope.
And they need somebody today. The linebackers are considerably worse. Their secondary has gotten slightly worse because they can't play man coverage at all.
No, you haven't.
I mean, this schedule is pretty brutal.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, it is.
I mean, it's still a brutal schedule. I mean, Kansas City, Buffalo, San Francisco, then Dallas again. That's not an easy stretch of games at all.
And yet, they're only one of their 2 losses to the New York Football Jets.
The NFL makes no goddamn sense, does it?
That was honestly probably the weirdest loss I've seen this year. That is the weirdest loss I've seen this year by any team.
The NFL is a league where shit just happens, sure, but good God. Like, the Eagles right now look a lot more like last year's Vikings more than this year's Eagles need to be because they're winning a lot of games by the skin of their teeth. Now, it's the NFL. Who cares how you win? Just win. I'm fully on that train. But there are things that they do because they don't really utilize the middle of the field quite as much as they used to. There's not as many RPOs that they run for Jalen Hurts. Even less so with Goddard out. A lot of their offense is kind of like A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith go dunk on somebody on 3rd down. Jalen Hurts run a QB draw when everybody knows it's coming. They're not running the ball quite as effectively. You do need to get healthy, yes, but again, there are still structural issues, especially on the defense. That's where the real issues lie. The pass rush isn't quite as deadly because, again, Carr's great. You miss Hargrave. The linebackers aren't as good. Secondary is a little older, not great in man coverage. And it's just a tough slate. They're still great. They're still awesome. They're not the same team.
No. And by the way, is Darnell sleeping?
Probably.
Darnell is slumped right now.
I have no idea.
That man working hard.
Yeah.
Marcus, this is for you.
That's what I kept saying. Without Goddard, it's even worse, but still. These problems were there with Goddard.
Yeah. I agree. And they'll get my Cowboys on Sunday night.
Also, Saul said turn in your fan card, Marcus.
What you mean?
For having FSU saying they deserve to get in.
They did.
Turn that fan card in.
Oh.
I ain't turning shit. I can be honest and say a team deserves. It doesn't mean
Marcus,
I'm not upset they didn't get it.
Say
stand by that.
Marcus said he 10 toes down.
I understand Marcus's logic. I think we both have solid logic. My logic is, like I said, is FSU with this current situation, are they beating Alabama neutral field? Are they beating? That was my logic. What right now, who are the best 4 teams? But FSU, we're not talking about that. Anywho.
Like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Now my Cowboys, they I don't know what was going on defensively. They didn't play that great until they needed to actually get stops. Then they did.
Even Micah Parsons unblocked on the last play of the game was a choice. Not a good one, but a choice.
That was like it's 4th down, the game on the line. You leave that man unblocked? Yeah, something is wrong with you.
And they said it was by design to do that. Like, guys, what design? Get rid of that design. Shane Waldron, buddy.
4-4-4-3 running defense.
Like, Shane Waldron, buddy.
Dude that played high school running a 4-3 off the edge, and you leave him unblocked.
Now, this man is an athletic marvel, and there's one thing about Micah that makes him such a dominant football player. especially with this defense, because Dallas's defense is full of guys who are good and they're athletic and they're physical, but they're like normal, well-adjusted human beings.
Yeah.
Micah ain't right.
No, Micah's ridiculous, bro. Like,
because Seattle's offense, even though the previous couple of weeks they didn't play well, they're still good.
Because it's the fucking NFL. Shit happens.
Yep.
I can say how the fuck the Eagles lose to the Jets. Like shit happens.
Yeah.
How the Jaguars lose to a backup quarterback and had the worst performance of the season. Shit happens.
Lost to Zach Wilson, who got benched.
Because at the end of the day, all these guys are professionals. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
Anything can happen.
And defense is a man amongst boys.
It's any given Sunday for a reason, buddy.
Yep.
But DeRon Bland in the second half corrected his mistakes and locked down in the second half.
God, that was one of the worst defensive first halves I've ever seen in my life at one quarter. Good God.
Well, in a half. Second half, he
played better. He played a lot better.
Like, they were calling that man. They were calling that man.
You know, it's a bad performance that they have. Like, you know when they put up the stats thrown to, completed, how many yards, touchdowns?
It's like, oh, he just Trayvon Diggs.
I mean, it's not a bad thing. Trayvon Diggs is awesome.
I mean,
no, look, you know what we said about Diggs, bro. You already know we call him a
I'll say this is probably the most I've ever trusted the Dallas Cowboys in my entire life, ever watching them from a football standpoint. This is by far the most I've ever trusted. Because the offense actually looks very legitimate. Like they still have some wonky stuff here and there with the running game, but that's whatever. But the passing game, CeeDee Lamb is CeeDee Lamb, and Dak is a fucking robot.
Hold on, go back. What did you just say about the offense?
It's still some wonkiness, but Dak's a fucking robot. In a good way.
Salute to Pollard, by the way. Y'all got y'all a nice 2 running back duo there.
Rico Dowdle.
Y'all can mix it up.
Him coming in and spelling Tony Pollard. I mean, you like what you see out of him because he's the more physical back. He's the guy
that made Pollard better.
Defense. Yeah.
Pollard's not really someone you want to have getting 20 some odd carries all the time, but he will make plays because he is a good, talented back, and he will exploit some holes if you give it to him.
Yep.
And you need him out there to be able to catch the ball out of the backfield. So now Dowdle can do that too. But like I said, Dowdle's the guy you bring in to wear down the defense. Then once he comes out, comes back in, defense is already tired, they're worn down, he breaks one off.
Yep, exactly.
And I will say also real fast, this is such a funky, quite frankly, downright damn near bad MVP race this year because offenses all across the league is just kind of down. If you want to give it to a quarterback, if you need to give it to a quarterback, the correct answer is Dak Prescott right now.
Yeah, this current time. Yeah.
I'm gonna say this loud and clear. This is the last time I'm gonna say this. We're not trading DeRon Bland to y'all. Okay? We see
stranger things happen, bro. Come on, man.
It's not happening. They actually like DeRon Bland. They're going to keep him. They're going to pay him whenever they have to. They want him and Trayvon Diggs on each side. And if they're able to keep Stephon Gilmore, then you can put DeRon Bland in the slot if you want to. They like this guy. They're not going to trade for him, and they're not going to trade him, and they're certainly not going to trade him to the Eagles. We literally moved up to draft CeeDee Lamb just because we found out y'all wanted him. You really think we're going to trade a player to y'all? We made y'all draft Jalen Reagor.
You didn't make them do it. You could have drafted Justin Jefferson.
I mean, that's the other thing. You literally had Justin Jefferson right there, and you still chose Jalen Reagor.
Now, this is water on the bridge now, and they're fine. They end up getting Devontae Smith later on in the end. It worked out in the end.
It worked out, and then they traded for A.J. Brown. So, yeah, it worked out.
But still, that's still a crazy-ass draft selection.
Yeah, Jalen Reagor is still in the – oh, wait. I think he's with the Patriots, but they suck right now. So,
God, they suck.
But, yeah, looking at Dallas, I'm not as concerned about the defense as the national media is because
no, I don't think anyone's really concerned now at this point, right?
I'm not concerned. They're gonna get back. They're gonna get back to playing the way they play. They're gonna make plays. They're gonna definitely get back to that this week because Jalen Hurts, y'all better put bubble wrap on him.
They had him out there when the game was pretty much out of hand.
Whoa!
Why?
Yo, RG3.
That was insane.
That's crazy.
That is
insane, bro. They should have reduced
that.
That is a
serious.
line.
But yeah, AB, I will say, man, we talked down on y'all a little bit. Y'all probably the best team in that division, bro. Right now.
I mean, right as of this week, I'd still probably say Philly, but they're playing the best football.
They're playing the best football right now.
That's what matters at the end of the day.
Sweet. I mean, it's gonna be Sunday night football, prime time at home. We know we love prime time at home.
The reason why I don't like y'all in this game is because getting Philly off of an L is just tough, bro. Because the Dolphins did, and they just it's not fun.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
The difference is Philly was also at home.
The difference, the thing is, I'll say I fucking love Dallas this game. Actually, I fucking love them in this game.
Dallas easily win as long as y'all get the calls.
Cowboys at home, they're a fucking machine right now. So like,
yeah.
And then the offense, and I'm gonna say this: offense, yeah, it looks better. I ain't gonna say the reason why it looks better, but it just looks better.
Unsung hero Ferguson.
Unsung heroes, they finally realized he exists, and he finally not named CeeDee Lamb. That was the biggest problem.
And see, that's why I wasn't concerned we lost Dalton Schultz. It's like, okay, great, go to Houston. We got Jake Ferguson right here. We got Luke Schoonmaker we just drafted, and he's made some plays himself.
I don't know. Every person that loses so many free agents says, "No, we're fine. We drafted somebody. We're good." But in all seriousness, I do like Jake Ferguson quite a bit.
Dude is nice.
Will play really well. He's fitting in with his offense. He's becoming that go-to target, especially on like third down when you need
red zone. He is, yeah.
And what he did, oh Lord, what he did, Jamal Adams.
And the playbook is just more open with him out there being a threat. Like y'all look.
Now Seattle's a sorry team. The narrative was beat a team with a winning record. We do that now. Seattle's sorry. Get out of here, man.
I thought Seattle was great anyway, to be fair, but they played a great game. You have to win the games that you get into. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, it could be worse. We could have lost to the New York Jets. Oh wait, we played New York Jets. We didn't lose, unlike somebody else.
Yo, the Eagles really blew that bag in that game.
I don't know what the fuck happened in that game.
They turned the ball over like 60 times. That's what happened.
I mean, they did beat you in that game when they did play the first time, but that's also a run under the bridge.
Yeah, we also got screwed out of a touchdown, but
everybody says this.
I mean, it was because the same thing happened when the Bills played the Philly. They called that a touchdown.
Are you talking about the touchdown where a guy was short at the goal line?
Yeah,
he was short at the goal line. They'd get over it.
Okay, so was the guy from Buffalo.
Referees are weird, bro. But yes, he was actually short at the goal line because he was dead there, wrapped up, and his knees were down, and he was slightly short. Wasn't by much.
Hell was that? No.
Anyway, what else we got?
Also, there's one game that I wanted to talk about because this team is playing some really good football right now. The Green Bay Packers beating the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday Night Football.
Jordan Love proving everybody wrong.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all be paying attention, but
watch out for Green Bay.
I believe they've won 4 straight games.
Bruh, watch out.
Jordan Love playing the best football of his career right now.
He's poised as can be.
He's playing awesome football.
And that defense has vastly improved. That defense is getting after quarterbacks. They're making plays in the secondary. I love what I'm seeing from this team right now.
Shouts out to TJ Slayton, by the way.
I love it. Offense. I love the receiver core, bro. Like Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs, Dontavian Wicks, tight end group. Oh, they're young, they're explosive. Aaron Rodgers, bro. The front office knew what they were doing.
One thing is Watson's hammy is kind of cooked, but
yeah, he can't. He's always got a hamstring issue, but Jordan Love, yes, he was in his bag. He thoroughly outplayed Patrick Mahomes. You don't say that.
Yeah, when can you say that about any guy?
Outplayed by Jordan Love. And by the way, if y'all remember earlier in the season, Jordan Love was thought of as this is not the guy. Like with the quarterback, he has shut those people up with authority.
Yeah,
like he is shutting all of those people up. and just going out there, and he's playing free.
He's having fun.
He's calmed down. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you can see earlier, the nerves were there, jitters were there. He would sometimes come off a read they probably should have held on to a little bit longer. But right now, he's settled in. He looks like the game slowed down. These young explosive weapons he's throwing to, he's getting in the mix with them. He has a lot of rapport with guys like Dobbs and Watson, like we said. Defenses play a lot better. That front seven, like guys like Kenny Clark and Rashawn Gary are fucking shit wreckers. Oh, man, Quay Walker in the linebacker court. Like this Green Bay Packers team, bro.
Yeah,
they're gonna get in the playoffs. I'm saying that right now.
And they're not gonna be fun because their defense is, like we said, the defense is solid, bro. It's solid.
And I will give Jay Money credit. He did say this before the season. He did say that was a
and I think we laughed. Did we laugh?
I don't think we laughed, but we just didn't believe that they were going to be good enough, knowing that Aaron Rodgers was not there anymore. We just need to see what we were going to see from Jordan Love. But we've seen that the last few weeks. He's playing great football, like we said. The defense is coming on, and they are a dangerous football team right now. They get in the playoffs, they can make some noise.
Yeah, I agree.
It depends on who they draw, but they can make some noise in the postseason.
Did we say the Bears were a team to watch out for?
I don't think we.
Who said the Bears?
Me.
I have to go back and look at it, but yeah, we said the Vikings were a team that was good, that could be. And to be fair, like
Cousins blew out his Achilles.
Yeah. I mean, this year's been like this quarterback plagued injury just season of all time.
Don't remind me.
I'm not
gonna, dude. Like think about the AFC South, like Anthony Richardson, Trevor. I mean, dude. I mean, it's just been people getting hurt, dog. And then
I don't want to be a fan of football anymore.
Derek Carr goes down. I mean, like, bro, what? It's just sad, bro. It's just really sad.
Jones is out for the year, even though that team sucked anyway.
This year is going to be determined by who just stays healthy at this point, at quarterback.
Yeah. Essentially.
Oh, and by the way, UConn, number 5 UConn has gotten the win over number 9 North Carolina, 87-76 in the Jimmy V Classic. So, yeah, UConn moves 8-1. North Carolina drops to 7-2. And breaking news: Middle Tennessee State has hired Derek Mason as their new head football coach.
Good.
So nice. Good. And the New Mexico is targeting Bronco Mendenhall.
If you're a top 25 team and your offense is sus, do not schedule Middle Tennessee State.
That would require them winning from here on out, but I mean, they can. I mean, they did go to Detroit and beat them. So they could go 10-6, 11-6. They'll get in the postseason. Now they have a better record than the Atlanta Falcons. It won't matter because the Falcons are a division leader of the worst division in football. And speaking of worst, who's worse, y'all? The Carolina Panthers or the New England Patriots?
Yes.
They slap boxing somewhere.
Which team is worse to y'all?
Bro, this is the definition of that meme of two clowns fighting each other.
I'm gonna say the Falcons because you know why I say the Falcons?
No, I said the Panthers and Patriots.
Oh, I thought I said the Falcons. The Patriots. The Patriots. Because you have a quarterback in Mac Jones that you put all this time into, and he's just trash. And their offense cannot score a single thing. It's bad. It's a bad product, and honestly, they should be banned from the AFC East.
Bro, they have a record of like games lost. They've lost like 3 straight games by like a field goal or less. The team scoring like 10 points or less. That hasn't happened since 1938.
Damn.
That ain't happened since before Hitler invaded Poland.
So if you're the Patriots, what do they have, like the second overall pick right now? Or what is it?
Second. The Bears have one overall pick right now.
What do you do? I mean, of course you draft a quarterback. But what do you do with Mac Jones?
Say goodbye.
Go to his house, pack his bags, and send him on his happy way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
By the way, and I would normally agree with you.
But Jacksonville is a backup. Back home. Back home. You don't want him back home, bro? Blackface?
No!
Blackface and all?
Calm down.
No Obama.
Yo,
hey,
that's
bro.
sick.
No, but
yeah,
I would agree with the Patriots, but there's one problem. As bad as the Patriots look, the Panthers are that much worse.
See, it's a test between one team has no quarterback whatsoever,
exactly.
and they're bad, plus a team that you don't know if the quarterback's bad because you're not giving them a chance.
Exactly.
Everything else around them and the ownership, all that's a mess.
That's why I say Carolina's worse. Everything, including ownership, is a mess. David Tepper should not have a job.
Well,
the ghost of Jerry Richardson is looking up and laughing.
And sexually harassing his coworkers.
I said looking up for a reason.
Oh God.
Oh, he ain't with God right now. That's all I'm saying.
Tough. that nigga's gonna be slapboxing with Vince McMahon in about 5 years.
Damn, you don't kill Vince McMahon.
Yes. Fuck Vince McMahon.
Vince McMahon he's aging, bro.
What? And it's like, what do you do? What do you do if you're New England? It's not just quarterback. You gotta think about coaching. Bill Belichick is the GM. That there lies the problem right there because he got too much on his plate.
Yeah.
Just be the coach. That's it. Just be the coach.
They have bigger fish to fry over there.
Yep.
Like, have somebody else handle the GM duties. You just handle the coaching.
It's crazy, man. How Tom Brady left and like everything just changed.
Tom Brady left in the year he leaves. He goes to Tampa and immediately wins the Super Bowl.
That told me a lot.
That is when you knew this was Brady and
90%, 10%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It looked like
who was that? As Coach Ryan said on was it NFL Network, he said,
it was mostly Brady.
Yep.
And it makes sense because Brady didn't have hardly no receivers around him. They still won Super Bowls.
Yep. He basically said, look, Bill, you're still a great coach, but without Tom Brady, you don't have none of this.
That's true about any great coach ever, though. That's the thing.
Not necessarily.
90% of the time, yes. The fact of the matter is, without a quarterback, you're not winning anything in the NFL.
I mean,
don't you do it.
Hey, salute to Tom Coughlin, though. I'll say that.
I
mean, Eli Manning is one of the greatest quarterbacks. Let's be serious for a minute. He is.
Eli Manning is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
Numbers-wise, yes.
Is that what you just said?
Numbers-wise, yes, he is. I don't care what you think about him. Yes, he is. He played very well when he had to. Multiple times. They likely could have went back-to-back if plus the person shoot himself.
That wasn't necessary.
It happened. They were 13-3, no one see all that. Burst goes down. Everything just fell apart.
Wait a minute. Hold up. I know I didn't just see this graphic on there. The FAU Owls basketball team let not one, but two people dropped 33 on them in the same game.
Why are you doing this?
I just happened because they showed the highlight.
You're being spiteful right now, and you know it.
No, I didn't know because you said one, y'all. Because I came back, Jerry said, "All right, one guy had a good game."
It was 27, but it was 27. That's still awful. But then he hit free throws, put him over 30. They're big athletic guards, and they got whatever they wanted for the most part.
I don't know how y'all feel about a lot of coaches. It's crazy, man. It really is free agency in college football.
This is what happens when, quite frankly, the NCAA doesn't want to do the whole paying players thing, so they just left everybody else to do it.
And Jerry had to hop off because He had a very important phone call he had to take. So right now it's just me and Marcus. I would say Darnell, but Darnell is sleeping right now.
I think it's about time the midnight oil burns.
Yeah. So any final thoughts before we go ahead and wrap this up? But yeah, and before that, I will say, J Money, the answer to this question is crazy because especially with Kyle McCord, like you got a bowl game coming up and you entered the portal.
They forced that boy up out of there, huh?
Pretty much just told that boy, hey, we don't know if we can promise you being the quarterback. Like, what? Yes, sir.
Turn your fan card in, too.
Yeah, I was a big fan of Alabama this past Saturday. They had to get Georgia.
Neither one of them
make the playoffs.
That man was trying to go to Bryant Day next year, and he know it.
You said what?
You trying to go to Bryant Day next year, huh?
Who, me?
That's what Streets is telling me.
If they play Florida in Tuscaloosa, yeah, I will try and go to that game. Right. But if not, no, I'm not going. I have no reason to go. The only way I would go is if a friend invites me. Hey, we'll get you a ticket and you can come with us to the game. And if it's a good game, if Florida's not playing, yeah, okay, I might slide up there and see what it's about.
Sure.
But other than that, no, I wouldn't go.
There we go.
But you got any final thoughts before we get up out of here?
It's in my name. Trevor Lawrence, swap ankles with me, please.
Damn. Trevor, I hate it had to be him.
Bro, I will be your personal assistant and give you Waffle House.
His personal assistant of eating Waffle House?
I'll provide all his Waffle House meals before and after games, bro. I got you, Trevor. Just swap ankles with me, bro.
Does he really eat Waffle House before and after games?
Hey man, the Waffle House thing is real. He is a true Southern man. Waffle House is a national pastime.
He must really be a fan of the All-Star Special.
I mean, it's from Georgia. There's like Waffle Houses every damn corner. So yes,
that is true. That is very true. And just remember, guys, important message: if you go to Waffle House, do not try and rob them.
No,
especially
they will rob
in Atlanta because
they will rob you.
Yes, they will rob you. They might put a bullet in you.
They might cook you breakfast before that as your last meal.
I mean, you walk in, they got guns sitting right up there just in case. They got a radar and basically engraved in their brain saying, "Oh, somebody finished come try and rob." But so soon as they come in, what you want?
Waffle House so thorough, bro. You gotta do a damn survival training course as a prerequisite to even apply.
You gotta be able to slap box to be able to work there because
that determines your shift right there.
Yeah, because you got to work the late night shift. That part of the regiment, slap boxing. If I put it this way, me personally for a Waffle House, if I don't see somebody outside the building smoking, or if I don't walk inside and the floor a little greasy, I don't want it.
Yeah, you ever see what Trevor catered Waffle House to the T facility a couple weeks ago?
Was it a bunch of all-star specials?
It was everything. I mean, you had the waffle makers, you had all the omelets, you had everything.
Can Trevor do that again and I'll be a member of the Jaguars for a day?
Hey, man, come on down. Now, sadly, it was corporate serving it, so you didn't get like the full experience, of course. But Waffle House is the Waffle House. Food busting, according to sources I have in the building.
You know, you be going to Waffle House. Don't even lie.
Damn right. I have Waffle House next to my house.
See, I don't agree with this steak here.
I don't know about that.
That's true. But they weren't robbed by Michigan. The Michigan, even when they got Harbaugh back, they were better.
Michigan's still a great team. Like, let's be serious for a minute. Michigan, if you want to take somebody out, Michigan is not one of those teams.
No, they are not one of the teams you take out. Can't take out Texas because they beat Bama.
You know, considering how it looked, if they lost, it would have been Washington.
Yeah. Or if Michigan would have lost, they would have been out.
I'm not so sure.
I am for one reason. He just said it right here. It's in his comment.
Are they really going to hold that against them?
Yes, they would have.
Okay, actually, now that you mention it.
Travis being hurt against Florida State, what you think they would have did against with Michigan?
Actually, what the fuck am I thinking? If it was to Iowa, yes, they probably got it.
Think about that. Yeah, if you would have,
I would have moved them. I would have moved them 5-6 spots instead of Georgia, if that were the case.
Yeah, if that were the case. But
if you lose to a team that can't score versus losing to freaking Alabama by a field goal, which is like take a number. Who hasn't?
Right.
And that's kind of nuts.
And by the way, my final thought is this: Dallas, big game Sunday night, win. That's the only prerogative. Win.
It'd be hilarious if they didn't, even though I think they do.
If we lose, podcast is canceled next week.
No, it's not. You coming on? If I can come on and get put on the big screen after losing to Jake Browning and seeing it in person, you can do this after losing to the freaking Eagles.
Here's one difference: you went to the game, so that trumped everything.
That makes it worse.
My point exactly.
I saw pain up close and personal, buddy. You want to a backup?
My
quarterback.
My point exactly.
And you getting swept by a division rival in primetime both times. That's kind of, come to the stage material. No, brother.
So that we lose. But let everybody know where they can follow everybody. Everybody's not sleeping.
Jay Breezy, y'all know how to follow Jerry. As for me, I am Breezy, And as for me, Marcus Davis 904. Unfortunately, my sad, somber, depressed, and unhinged Jaguars tweets. If y'all looked at my timeline during the game, oh boy, I did not tweet any of those things. That was my manager. That was my assistant.
He was very depressed.
And also, if y'all fans of professional wrestling, follow the Russell Pierce page. We're putting up our Russell Pierce Awards ballots. They're up. They're live. Y'all go make sure y'all get y'all ballots in at Russell Pierce on Twitter. Follow them. The ballots up there. It'll take you to the website. Go and get your votes in, buddy.
You can follow before that.
Hey.
With me, you can follow me on Twitter at AceWade1, on Instagram at Ace_Wade1. Ladies. You can follow the podcast account on Twitter at Indie Evidence, and on Instagram at Indisputable Evidence. I do not agree with this because they ain't cheat that much.
I mean, they were still really good. I mean, it's one of those things where, you didn't need to do any of that at all. And it's not the players' fault. They had nothing to do with that.
Also, use your beard oil.
Of course.
But you can follow the podcast page again on Twitter at Indie Evidence, on Instagram, Indisputable Evidence, and on TikTok, Indisputable Evidence. And this has been another great episode of Indisputable Evidence. We're going to leave you as we always do. God bless y'all. Stay safe. Y'all take care of your loved ones. Tell them you love them every single day. Take care of your chicken. Take care of your mentals. Wash your face. Wash your hands. Marcus.
Trevor Lawrence, I love you. But in all seriousness, I instruct all of you. I implore all of you, especially on this nice holiday season, to wash your ass and wear socks and shoes in the movie theater, in the stadium, in any and all public settings. Thank you. Have a blessed evening. Trevor Lawrence, I love you. Please get well soon, brother.
Please tell me there weren't people barefoot in that stadium.
Oh, of course not. Do we know how to follow the rules? Sometimes.
Because you said in stadium, I was like, oh God.
No, I just made it relevant because, public setting.
Woo. But with that, we love y'all. Appreciate all the support. Make sure y'all pound that like button, subscribe, retweet us, follow us on all social media. See y'all again next week. God bless you. Have a great night.
Good night.
We love you.
What the? Did Darnell just speak?
I think he did. Is this nigga sleep talking?
Damn, niggas be sleep talking. It's crazy.
Oh my God.
Before we end this, Darnell, really, man?
Brother,
Up
brother,
and
man.
back. That's all I can say. That's all I can say.
Were you asleep the whole time?
Yes and no.
Oh, brother. This man was out here catching Z's on the clock.
Next time, Darnell, get some coffee.
Good night, yo.
Or Coca-Cola or something.
We Darnell, all the same.
But y'all have a good night. See y'all later.